There are countless IELTS students who struggle with starting writing Task 2, simply because they don't know how to approach the introduction. They find themselves staring at the screen, asking, "How exactly am I supposed to paraphrase this question? Will writing my opinion too soon affect my score? How long should the introduction be?" This confusion often leads students to spend 10, even 15 minutes, just on the first paragraph. As a result, the essay structure collapses, and they repeatedly fail to move beyond band 6.0 or 6.5. Today, I'm going to share the single most reliable, practical, and exam-proof introduction structure. This structure will solve this problem once and for all. Before we get started, if you want to quickly get access to essential Task 2 lectures like this one, please hit the subscribe button and like the video. Your support really helps this channel grow. Now, let's look at the core structure we'll master today. We are going to learn the 4-sentence introduction formula that you can apply immediately in the exam room. This structure is a simplified version of principles commonly emphasized by top IELTS teachers, refined into a practical template. Once you master these 4 sentences, your introduction will be stable and complete in 1 to 2 minutes. The transition to your body paragraphs will be smooth and natural. You will establish the fundamental framework required for Band 7+. Let's first explain why 4 sentences strike the perfect balance. You don't need a long introduction for the IELTS, but if it's too short or misses a key element, you risk losing marks. The 4 sentences are structured as follows. Sentence 1 paraphrases the question. Sentence 2 clearly states your opinion in 1 sentence. Sentence 3 presents your first reason. Sentence 4 presents your second reason. This 4-sentence structure is the simplest yet most powerful blueprint for your introduction. It seamlessly guides the reader into body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. Now let's look at sentence 1, which is about paraphrasing the question. Many students try to paraphrase by simply changing a few words. However, the crucial point is expressing the same meaning using a completely different structure. Let's look at an actual past exam question and compare a common student mistake with a Band 7+ example. The question we will use as an example is the following. Some people think governments should invest more in public transport than in roads. To what extent do you agree? Now, let's look at a poor example. Some people think the government should spend more money on public transport than on roads. If we analyze this sentence, we can see that only words have changed and the grammatical structure is identical to the original. This is not considered effective paraphrasing. And here is an effective example. In discussions about how governments should allocate their budgets, some argue that public transport deserves greater investment than road infrastructure. Notice how the wording has changed in the following ways. Think is replaced by argue. Invest more is replaced by greater investment. The higher concept of budget allocation is introduced. The meaning remains the same, but the structure is completely new. This demonstrates the necessary range for a high score. Now let's move on to sentence 2, which is clearly stating your opinion. The second sentence must plainly state your position in 1 concise sentence. A simple structure like, I agree that, or I disagree that, is best. Vague expressions can cost you marks, but a clear, direct stance instantly boosts your coherence and task response scores. For our sample question, this sentence is highly stable. I agree that the government should allocate more funding to public transport than to road infrastructure. This clearly defines your position and sets up the logical progression of the reasons that follow. Sentence 3 presents your first reason. This sentence automatically becomes the claim or main argument of body paragraph 1. It is the anchor that will be expanded later using the claim, explanation, example structure. It is vital to present only one concise reason here, as it determines the direction of the entire paragraph. For example, you could say, "This is because public transport can effectively reduce traffic congestion." This one sentence becomes the main claim that drives body paragraph 1. Finally, let's look at sentence 4, which presents the second reason. This sentence serves as the main statement for body paragraph 2, so it must present a new line of reasoning, not just a repeat of the first reason. For example, you might write, "In addition, investing in public transport provides significant environmental benefits." This sentence introduces a new argument focused on environmental benefits, and naturally sets up the claim, explanation, example structure for body paragraph 2. When we combine all 4 sentences we've learned, your introduction looks like this. The debate over how governments should allocate their budgets continues. I agree that more money should be invested in public transport than in roads. This is because public transit can ease traffic congestion. It also provides significant environmental benefits. Once students learn the structure, the next most common question is about mistake patterns. In reality, many students lose marks in the introduction. Their mistakes include the following. They fail to correctly paraphrase the question. They express their position vaguely. They introduce irrelevant or weak reasons. Because these topics need more examples and explanation, we'll look at them in detail in the next video, the 5 fatal mistakes you must never make in your IELTS introduction. For today, just focus on mastering this 4-sentence formula. Now it's your turn to practice. Using today's 4-sentence formula, write your own introduction for the following question. Some people believe that parents should teach children how to be good members of society. Others think this should be the responsibility of schools. Please pause the video now and write your introduction in the comments below, and I'll personally review it and give you feedback. In the pinned comment, download today's 4-sentence template and a Band 7+ sample answer. Also, be the first to hear about the upcoming launch of our AI-powered practice system, a system designed to let you practice the structure within AI. It analyzes your weaknesses. It provides targeted training to potentially boost your band score by 1.0 or more within 2 months. Make sure to check the pinned comment right after watching the video. If this video helped you, please hit the subscribe button and like the video. In the next lesson, we'll cover the 5 fatal introduction mistakes you must avoid. Let's keep moving toward Band 7+ together.